What's up everybody, it's CFO101 with a new series, A to Z Yu-Gi-Oh! And no, this isn't about the A to Z archetype, that's just a coincidence. In this A to Z series, I'm going to take a deck from each letter of the alphabet and take it for a spin. Some will probably be really good, some will probably be less than really good. But hopefully, they'll all be interesting. Over the series, I'm going to be able to play with a lot of decks that don't get the most love, but start with a letter we need. So hopefully both you and me can learn about some of these decks and have some good duels along the way. Now, enough jibber jabber, let's start with the letter A. And the deck I've chosen is Aroma. There were a lot of interesting decks I could have done with A, like the brand new Ashen cards, the Adventurer stuff, or Pendulum Strat like Abyss Actors. But Aroma's caught my eye. So, let's see the deck list and what the game plan is going to be with these cards. So here it is. For Aromas, we're all about life points. We want to be gaining life points as much as possible, and we want to have more than our opponent. If we can have those two things in our game plan and execute them, we're cooking. If we don't execute them, we're getting cooked. Now here's a quick overview of the cards on our deck. We've got 3 Rosalina. This is what I like to call the best card in the deck, because she is our super starter. When we normal or special her, we can special summon another Aroma from the deck, getting us into our crucial link plays. We have her partner in crime, Aromage Laurel at 3 of, who has 2 key effects. 1, when it's sent to the graveyard, we can gain 500 life points. And 2, if our life points are higher than our opponent's, we can special summon it from our hand. We have Angelica at 3, who's quite useful because we can special summon it from the grave, and it has its own unique life point gain effect. We're running 2 Jasmine, a nice card that lets us draw 1 if we gain life points. And 1 Marjoram. We only need this card at 1 of because we search it a lot, but it's great at level 5 for getting into our synchro plays. And because it's a plant deck, we can play the 3 of Lone Fire Blossom, which are basically just 3 more ways to get into Rosalina. But if this card gets hand trapped, it's Jover. Now, to the hand traps, we've got 3 Ghost Sisters Spooky Dogwood. This is a life point gain deck. This is a life point gain hand trap. You see how they can go together? That's why we're running 3. We've got the 3 Ash Blossom, which I'm still thinking this card's good, but with the prevalence of the fire format, this could definitely get interchanged. I won't even lie. And we've got a 1 of Droll and Lockbird. It's just here. It's kind of the 40th card. You could probably play a second Marjoram, but I'd rather just have the bonus hand trap. And, oh yeah, the 3 of Infinite Impermanence. It's a hand trap that is actually a trap. Let's go. It doesn't activate Thrust or Talents. Sign me up. To the spells, we're starting with 3 Aroma Blend. This card is crazy. Not only can we use it to set one of our archetypal spells and activate them in the same turn, but it's our fusion spell, and we can use monsters from our graveyard as material if we have more life points than our opponent. What more can you ask for? We've got 3 Aroma Gardening, just a very nice life point gain card, and if we're losing and we have less life points than our opponent, it lets us special summon, helping us get back into the game. We've got 1 Aroma Garden, which is just a nice little life point and attack gain card. Don't really need it at more than 1, it's just here. 1 Triple Tactic Talent, very nice. I hope our opponent plays into it. We got 1 Called by the Grave. Like I mentioned earlier, hand traps can screw us really bad, so this saves us a little bit at least. And the 1/1 for 1, which is just another way to get into Rosalina. For traps, we have the 3 that we can set off Blend, Dried Winds, Blessed Winds, and Humid Winds, all of which help us either gain life points or disrupt our opponent when we can gain life points, so really nice. We've got the 2 Aroma Healing, a nice life point gain card, and we can use it to special summon once it's in the grave. And that's it. I already mentioned Imperm because it's a hand trap. To the extra deck, which looks a lot cleaner than the main deck because I just realized the main deck is all over the place. There are traps where there should be spells, there's spells where there should be traps. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. In the extra deck, we got 1 Fusion Monster in Magnolia. We can summon this off Blend. Very nice offensive card. We've got our Synchros in Marjoram, Rosemary, Baron de Flor, Borreload Savage Dragon, and Paralysis Empress of Blossoms. We can use these in archetype and just kind of a little toolbox of synchro monsters that we could possibly go into. For links, we've got 2 Jasmine and 2 Rosemary. These are our main facilitators, I'd say. We want to be linking into them every single game, and we just run a toolbox of nice link monsters in Link Karibo, IP Masquerena, Apo, Access Code Talker, and Nightmare Unicorn. So, that's the deck. Let's jump into some gameplay and see what they can actually do. So, here's an example of what happens when we let the aromas cook. First off, we're going to start normal summon our Rosalina. This gets it all started. We're going to activate our Rosalina to bring out Laurel. Then we're going to link these two away into Jasmine, triggering Laurel in the grave, getting us 500, which triggers Jasmine. Jasmine, add a Laurel to our hand, and we can special summon this because our life points are higher than our opponents. We'll go Jasmine effect to tribute this to special summon our Marjoram from our deck. Like I said, we only need one. We're searching this card to special summon it from the deck. Then we're going to Angelica, get it in the grave, so that we can then gain some life points and special summon it, going into our Link 3 Rosemary. Then we can Rosemary effect, add Blend to our hand, Blend, discard the Aroma healing, huge to get rid of healing, set the Humid Winds, and we can go Blend effect from the grave, letting us bring out our Fusion monster, Healing effect from the grave, letting us special summon our Jasmine. We can go Jasmine effect, this second one is nothing, Jasmine effect, bring out Rosalina into our hand, Humid Winds effect, add an Angelica to our hand, then we can 1-for-1 away the Angelica, which lets us special summon another Rosalina. We've seen 3 this turn. We have seen 3 Rosalinas this turn. We can synchro these 2 away into our Synchro Marjoram. Synchro Marjoram effect just on summon, add our Dried Winds, set Dried Winds, and that is a turn and a half, baby. Let's look at what we got. Firstly, we have our Synchro Marjoram, which has 2 key effects for our opponent's turn. While our life points are higher than our opponents, which they are by 800, they cannot target plant monsters. And if we gain life points, we can target a card our opponent controls and destroy it. We have our Fusion monster, which also, when our life points are higher than our opponents, plant monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So they can't target and they can't destroy. What are they going to do? Also, if we gain life points, we're going to make everyone gain life points equal to the attack points equal to the life points gained. Sorry. So everyone's going to be big. We have a big Link 3, although it's not going to do too much on our opponent's turn. And we have Jasmine, who cannot be destroyed by battle. We've got our 3 traps, Dried Winds, which is going to let us target our opponent and the monster our opponent controls and destroy it if we gain life points. Humid Winds, which it's just kind of here. And Blessed Winds, which is going to be our way to gain life points. So we're set up, they ain't getting through this. Let's see what they can do now that it's their turn. They're going to start off activating the Kyoto Waterfront, which, cool. We're going to activate Blessed Winds and Dried Winds, just flipping them up, not actually activating their effects. They're going to go for their Iron Dragon Tamaton, who is a special summon, and when it's special summoned, it's supposed to destroy all other cards in its column. Thankfully though, we got Magnolia, doesn't let that happen. So they're going to special summon out their Maximus and link into Crusadia Regulix. Once they make this link, this is when I feel like we've got them beat. We go for our Blessed Winds, gain life points. Then this is going to trigger our Marjoram, which we're going to target. It's going to trigger Jasmine, which is just cool. Trigger our Dried Winds. We target the same card, which was stupid. I don't know why I did that. It's going to trigger Magnolia. It's going to trigger Rosemary. Rosemary was special summon, fine. Dried Winds to get rid of it. Jasmine, add 1 to our hand, and Marjoram resolves without doing anything because it was targeting Regulix. We're going to go Rosalina to special summon Marjoram, and now we got way too many bodies on the board because Marjoram makes it so that we take no battle damage from them. So we're never going to get lower life points, and because our life points are higher, we can't be targeted or destroyed. Game over, my friend. He adds and he surrenders because there's just no getting over this. If we can get to this board where we can't be targeted, can't be attacked, can't lose damage, it's game over. All they could do is probably a Dark Ruler no more or get some Kaijus in play. And he had 1 Kaiju, but that's just not enough. So, yeah, this deck is kind of crazy if it can get cooking. But I'm going to show you real quick what happens when it doesn't get to cook.
Oh, okay.
In all seriousness, that game wasn't necessarily over there, but our turn 1 certainly was. If you get hand trapped and you don't have called by, Aromas can't do anything else. But for turn 3, we did have Lone Fire Blossom, we did have a trap, we did have a spell. We weren't screwed yet. Honestly, playing with Aromas was pretty fun. I'd never used this deck before, and the life point gimmick it revolves around was neat to try and work with, but like I said, when you get hand trapped, that sucks. But that's it for me. It was really fun, and I look forward to episode 2, where I'll be taking a B deck and seeing how I can do with it. Have a great day, everyone.